up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video. This is gonna be your review of Boomerang season 2, episode 5. Episode 5. So we are here. Um, this episode takes place. The gang is all together. This episode, it looks like they're having like a little weekend getaway situation down at Simone's dad's beach house, I guess, or a house in the mountains, or vacation home. Clearly somewhere that's in driving distance of LA, but not the main house. And Simone, everybody bought somebody except for, well, not actually, let me not say that. Not everybody. A lot of them bought a +1. And Crystal was kind of giving Simone the who are all these people look. And she was like, look, I just wanted us to all get together. And if I had to, extend a couple of +1s, it was worth it to get everybody here. Now, let me be clear. Everybody's there, including Bryson. Ari bought his new chick, the girl that he was with the club at the end of last episode. Maya bought her friend from the strip club that they've been dating. They've been kicking it kind of strong. And Preacher Boy bought the girl from the church that we saw him with. So we see all the people they've been hooking up with these last couple of episodes, right? Now, Bryson was alone, Crystal was alone, and of course Simone was alone. So they're all together and they're doing what they normally do. But what's interesting about this episode is that people are seeing their group dynamic from an outside lens. And the person that seems to be the most in tune with some of the unevenness of their family function is Church Girl, right? So we start the episode off. We see Crystal showing up, and Crystal is always the responsible one. She had gone to the grocery store. She had all of the she had all the groceries, and Ari being who he is, he wasn't helping her carry none of the groceries in, and it was just their normal dynamic. So what we saw was that Crystal has something to say, but you could see where her and Simone's relationship is still very fragile and very much at arm's length. They're not the tight homegirls that they once were. And it seems like Simone, I guess, feels like she's been acting funny since homecoming. She was like, girl, I'm sorry I left you hanging at homecoming, but you was having a good time. I left you on the dance floor. It was all good. And, you could see Crystal was a little irritated. She was like, yeah, where did you go? And remember, she ended up with Bryson that night. So she didn't tell her. She was like, it was all a blur. No, I wasn't no blur, girl. You know exactly what you were, child. She said, well, what's the good news? What is it you have to tell me? And she was like, well, I'll wait till we all get together. Now, see, previously, Crystal would have told Simone what the deal was, and it would have been, Simone would have known. But Crystal was like, nah, I'll wait till the group gets together. So we see Church Boy and his girlfriend. They're there together, and they're going to be sharing a bed. But she let him know, look, I mean, I don't know how, she was like, so you just got us here sharing the bed. And he was like, look, I'm sorry. I honestly didn't think about it. I could sleep on the floor. She was like, no, we good. We could sleep in the bed together just so long as ain't nothing going down. Ain't going to be no nookie nook. And he was like, I can respect that, and I believe that he can. But she ended up buying him the outfit. Remember, she works at the clothing store. So she ended up buying him the little outfit that he was trying on. And honey, he wore it to dinner when they had dinner that first night. And it's cool from the point of view of it was an okay outfit, but it was very, very out of place and overdressed for the moment. They were just kind of kicking it, had some cocktails before dinner, that kind of thing. And of course, everybody, they started clowning him. They do what they're used to doing. They started clowning him, and you could see that he was in his feelings, and you could see the girlfriend was kind of giving him the side eye, like, this is what we do? This what we do? And then we see Simone and Bryson. They have a moment. She done found a Monopoly game. Come to find out, they used to have these great Monopoly tournaments, and Simone used to always kick his butt. Sidebar, Monopoly is my favorite game. Y'all don't want to see me. I'll be Simone kicking everybody's butt. Y'all don't want to see me. But anyway, they have a moment where they're kind of talking and reminiscing, and Simone, she shoots her shot. She leans in for the kiss, and he actually kisses her back, and then he stops her like, look, I can't do this. And she was just like, what? He was like, I can't. And he gets up and he rolls out. I mean, he don't leave the house, but he leaves her in that moment. Then we see Crystal talking to Church Girl. And she was like, look, I'm really sorry. Is this awkward for you? Your ex-husband's new girlfriend and all that. And Crystal was like, nah, I'm good. Like, honestly, we're good. Like, it's not a problem. So then she says, well, I feel like I stole your thunder a little bit. You look like you were going to make an announcement when we were having cocktails, like doing the icebreaker. And she said, no, it's all good. She was like, my friends don't care anyway. She was like, what you mean they don't care? She was like, they do care. Like, what tell me what it was. What announcement were you going to make? Unless you don't feel comfortable telling me. And she was like, no, I can tell you. She was like, I got my dream job. Like, I got a new job and I just don't think they care. And so she was like, it's a dream job. It's at the top ad agency. It's this, that, and the other. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. A couple of episodes ago, I actually was thinking, have any of them found jobs yet? Because we know that last season left off with all of them becoming unemployed because the ad agency closed. Now, Simone, she got money. She got a trust fund. She gonna be all right. I mean, I know that last season we were dealing with her having some money issues, but that's because she wasn't doing what Daddy told her to do, and she wasn't following what Daddy wanted her to follow. But in this case, ain't nothing to follow. Daddy job closed. What you gonna do? I'm sure Simone is financially fine. But Bryson, who his mama rich too, because technically his mom is Robin Givens from the movie. But Crystal, what we doing? Like, what we doing for money here, people? Anyway, so Crystal has found a job, and she never found the right opportunity to tell them through this whole vacation situation. So, Crystal was just like, I'm there. Actually, like, I'm the sidekick. I'm the afterthought. Like, I'm really, they always treat me as the, I guess the stepsister kind of situation. So later on, I think I'm kind of out of order, but we all good. We know what's up. So later on, we see, they're going through an old photo album. And earlier that day, they had talked about, like, crushes, who they would get with, whatever. And Ray J's name came up. And Simone was like, oh, I met Ray J, pre-sex tape Ray J. He was cutie, when I was 9. So they're flipping through the photo album. And they realized they realized in the photo album, they see pictures of Ray J, and then they see all these pictures of her father with, all these models and naked women and stuff like that. And of course, they're like, okay, time to close up the photo album. She said, no. Simone said, no. See, that's what y'all been doing. Y'all know who my dad is. Y'all know who my dad was, and y'all know what he did. Y'all know he was a hoe. He was a dog. Like, it is what it is. She said, but y'all have been treating me the way y'all were trying to treat this situation with the photo album. Just close it up and not speak about it and keep it at arm's length, like pretend like it didn't exist. She said, I screwed up. But the way y'all have been treating me, like, can we just let it go and let the past be the past and let bygones be bygones, and can we just move on? And she sort of walks off, and then we see her in her room, and she's crying. She's real upset. What I found interesting was that nobody went after her. Nobody, not Crystal, none of them went after her. And I just thought that was really interesting. She ends up putting the photo album in the fireplace in the bedroom. So next thing you know, we see church boy talking to his girlfriend, and she tells him, she was like, your testimony makes a whole lot more sense now, because I see how your friends treat you. Like, they have no respect for your journey. They have no respect for what it is you're doing and the path that you're on. And he was like, well, these are my oldest friends. She said, look, I'm not judging you. Like, I mean, these are your friends. These are your friends. She said, but, I'm just seeing the way they're treating you. Like, I'm really just observing what's going on. We see Ari. Oh, that's what the other thing happened. Ari, the girl that he brought with him, she was reading his tarot cards. And basically, she let him know at the end, I mean, she broke it all down and said, basically, your manhood is getting in the way of your growth, and you need to let it go, because your tower is falling down. It is crumbling. And so, of course, Ari is like, whatever. Like, all right, y'all tripping. But then we see him and Bryson share a moment, and Bryson is letting him know, look, me and Simone, he was like, yeah, I saw you and Simone getting real cozy, because Ari had actually walked in on them while they were kissing. He left, so he didn't know what happened afterwards. And I'm sure he assumed that they got it in. And Bryson was like, nah, ain't nothing happened between us. He was like, but he said, oh, that's right, because, your little manhood is broken, from last episode. He was like, no, actually, that was working. He said, but I'm just, she's right. We just need to leave the past in the past and just get back to the way things were. Just get back to normal. So then Ari said, he was like, yeah, he said, apparently my manhood is crumbling and I need to get out my own damn way. And Bryson, I think in his own way, Bryson was trying to let Ari know, dude, you're good, we're cool, whoever you are, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say it quite like, if you gay, it's cool that you gay. But he said, I feel like he was letting him know, look, you're good. Like, we're good, you're good, it's good. Whatever, whoever you are, we love you anyway. And so they had like a little moment, but, I don't think Ari heard it the way I'm hearing it. Because maybe I don't know. So then, they're all at dinner. They're having dinner. This is day 2 because they, I feel like it's day 2. Maybe it's not day 2 shit. Anyway, I feel like it's day 2. But either way, they're having dinner. And they're breaking bread. And, before they could even really kind of get deep into it, I think they were getting ready I think Crystal was getting ready to tell them again what her good news was. And then all of a sudden, they smell smoke. Now, what I found interesting was Crystal is a girl after my own heart. Everybody jumps up from the table. Now, I thought everybody was going to jump up and go see where the smoke was coming from and see what they could do. Because I feel like if they had ran towards the smoke, they might have been able to put the fire out. But they all ran out the house, which was probably what the smart thing to do was. I just, in my mind, was thinking, oh, it's just some smoke. Let me go see what it is. But okay. Simone is the only one that actually ran upstairs to try to put the fire out. And when she got in the room, she got the fire extinguisher. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, Simone about to put this fire out, honey. She kept a level head. She went. And what it was the damn photo album. Because it was one of them little old school photo albums. And so, that stuff is real flammable. They don't even make them old school photo albums like that anymore. Because that stuff is real flammable. Anyway, she used the fire extinguisher and it made the fire worse, which is interesting. So she couldn't get out the room anymore, so she goes out on the balcony or whatever. It's one of them flat roof houses and stuff. And she's actually standing where she could jump. And they keep telling her to jump into the pool because she's over the pool. They're like, jump, 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 And she just kind of standing there, honey. And eventually she does jump in the pool, child. They done called for the fire department. The fire department done came. And at the end, Crystal was like, look, man, I'm so sorry about your dad's house. Like, this is crazy. And Simone, she looked at the house and I'm sure in that moment she was thinking of all of the memories. Like, this is clearly a place where my dad used to get his hoe on, based on the pictures. A lot of the pictures from the photo album were by the pool of naked women and stuff like that. And she was like, I'm not. So that's where the episode ended. So I know we only have a few episodes left. Another good episode. And we will see where it takes us next week. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.